So it's Friday, and somebody said recently, you've been killing a lot of cars lately, but what's been going on with you and scrapping and your vehicles and stuff like that? So this is my update. Well, put the steel wheels back on the wagon, took the 17s off. First time it snowed, didn't really want to move, so put these tires on. It's a little better. And I also found out that the rear brakes weren't working, so when you hit the brakes in the snow and ice, fronts would just lock up, and that's not too good. So found out the rear adjusters were frozen, so adjusted those, and now all the brakes work pretty good. I'm putting a few miles on it. It has 189,000 miles on it now. No problem so far. Just add a little oil, and that's about it. Of course, the truck has been working hard. Towed all those cars to the scrapyard, no problem. And picking up scrap when I can. Had this thing full the other day. Had fridge, wash machine, dryer, hot water heater. Got this AC I got to strip. And got aluminum pole. Got tons of #1 pipe that I scrapped. Handled it no problem. The girl's Camaro is pretty much sitting because it's got no heat, and it's not really a winter car anyways. So that's pretty much all done for the season. And the 78, I tucked it over here in the corner. The first time it snowed, there was some salt put on the road, so that's about it for that. That thing is really clean underneath. No rust at all on it, so I don't want to start any rust on it, and if I don't have to, then I will not drive that in the winter at all. Not sure if I'm going to cover it up yet. These have some of the rubber seals and stuff around here. Leak a little bit of water at times, so just got to decide whether I want to cover it up or just let it breathe. So I cashed in all those junks that I killed. They died horrible deaths, and well, I turned in the Saab for scrap, and I also towed in the 99 DeVille. Interesting thing is there was only a $25 difference between the Saab and the Cadillac, which was kind of weird. I actually asked the kid if I scrapped a Caddy probably like an hour after the Saab, and I said, I asked him, is you got a problem with the scale or something, because that Cadillac should have weighed more. But he said that no, being front wheel drive and not having a full frame and having that stupid aluminum North Star motor in it, it's not a very heavy car. So I was a little disappointed on the weight from that, to try to get my money back, because I paid a pretty good price for that thing just so I could kill it for you guys. So basically how I try to work it when I buy junks is I try to buy them for a good cheap price, so that when I actually scrap them for the weight, I kind of get my money back. And then you say, where's the profit in that? Well, between the little bits and pieces that I take off of the cars and sell on eBay and stuff like that, tail light lenses, parts that I know that I could sell for a few bucks here and there. The main parts are the cat, the catalytic converter, and as you may or may not know, they are worth a lot of money, some of them more than others. They range from $30 up to $200 on some cars. So I kind of know already when I'm looking for a car and looking to buy one for scrap. Number one, does it run so that I can kill it? Number two, does it have a good cat on it and I know I can make money on it? And does it have aluminum wheels? Aluminum wheels I get around $15 per wheel. So I factor that all in, and that's how I make my profit. I'm not looking to get rich off these cars. I just do enough to make a little bit of profit, make a good video, and get some of my money back in the end. And that way I can have more cash in my pocket to play with on the next car. So the Saab worked out good for the money I paid and the money that the cat was worth, and it had 4 aluminum wheels and a few other little things that I took off of it, and plus it was fun to beat the shit out of. So the Cadillac didn't really bring the money I thought it would on the scale. So the cat off of that ended up being $100. So that was really good. I was hoping it would be at least 75, but it was full, and the guy gave me $100 for that. And plus it had 4 wheels on it, and I also, after I take the wheels off, of course I have to take the tires off, so that I can sell those as clean wheels, clean aluminum. So the tires I used to just try to get rid of and just throw in a junk car or something and just get rid of them like that. But now I have a place here in town that sells used tires. He also buys them, so I know the guy and everything, and I can just go in there with a pile of used tires, and he decides what he wants to pay. Sometimes it's $5-10 per tire, sometimes more, depending. The ones he likes he buys, and the ones he doesn't like just get pushed off to the junk pile, so I get rid of them anyway. So it works out because I don't have to deal with getting rid of the tires after that. So after we got done killing that Cadillac, as you saw on the video, we pulled it inside. I put it up on the lift, and the digital readout on the dash said it had about 12 gallons of gas in it, and turns out it was right. And it smelled pretty good. It smelled like premium too. So I have a little electric pump set up that I hook up, and if there is a lot of gas in the cars, I take it out because, as we know, gas is expensive. Liquid gold. I ended up getting about 12 gallons of gas, dumped it in my GMC, and I ended up running about 3 days off of that gas, towing the junks back and forth. And then I ended up getting a couple other tows where people just broke down and stuff like that, and I took care of that, and that's cash too. So I ended up making my money back on that caddy and a little bit of profit, and had some fun with it. So that's pretty much a wash. Worked out pretty good. So over here was I had about 25 aluminum wheels, had all my converters stacked up, and I have a guy that comes right to me and buys all the stuff cash off me, and he pays the best. He pays even more than the scrapyard. as far as cap prices and stuff, and then you know, the wheels and stuff, he pays a straight price no matter if they're small or big. So sometimes that works out. And so once I cashed all that in the other day, then now I have all the same money in my pocket as I did, plus expenses along the way were all paid, bills were paid. So I had a little bit of play money in my pocket, and that damn Craigslist, just can't stay off there. So I saw something and I had to buy it. Talked about in the past with my old 77. It runs and drives perfect right now. It's a 350 and it's a manual 4-speed, you know, 3-speed with the granny, 3/4 ton. I've always wanted to put a big block in this, and I'm kind of sick of the manual trans, so I want to make it an automatic, and I was looking for a turbo 400. And, I was seeing a lot of stuff. I was hoping to find like just an old rotted parts truck on Craigslist or something I could pick up and take the drivetrain out and just dump it right in. A lot of people say I'm shooting myself in the foot. I shouldn't take the stick out of it, but what I say to them is, you know, you try driving the truck for a week and working with it and towing with it. The clutch and the transmission are it's just a pain in the ass to drive. So I just tired of that and want to make it an automatic. Somebody's scrapping. So I was on Craigslist the other night and saw a few things on there. Saw something that sparked my interest. I ended up talking to the guy, and long story short, I took an hour ride up to Somerville, Mass, up near Boston. You know, it was right near Davis Square, and I came back with something. Yep, another Suburban. It's a 1983, 3/4 ton, 2-wheel drive. Rockers are rotted. Rot around the windshield. Why did you buy another Suburban? That might be what you're saying. But I'm going to give you some reasons why I bought it. First of all, the guy wanted $800 firm. I ended up giving him $650 cash for it. Drove it home an hour, no problems, nice and smooth. Well, here's the main reason why I bought it. Well, beneath all that spaghetti and all that emissions crap lies a 454. It's backed by a turbo 400, heavy duty trailering package, towing shift kit in the trans. It's got an external oil cooler in there somewhere. Massive radiator. It's got 157,000 on it. So I'm going to take this drivetrain right out, and I'm going to slide it right in the 77. It's got everything I need. Got to use the cross member from this, the drive shafts, and everything else that goes along with the big block swap. Some other things. The farm truck has 16.5-inch wheels on it, and it was always really hard to get tires for it. Well, I wanted to get 16s, even just stock, so that it'd be easier to get tires, and also I needed a little taller tire because the only 16.5s I could find for that were kind of short. And with the gears and stuff and that, it helps out on the highway to have a little taller tire. So this has 4 16-inch, 235/85s, nice and tall. A few dry cracks here and there. They are old, but the tread's there. And like I said, it was a smooth ride on the highway. So now I can put all those on the truck too. As you can see, this thing turned out to be a pretty good parts vehicle. Yeah, it's a running, driving Suburban. I mean, yeah, I could hop in it and drive it every day. But for what I'm looking to do, it has all the parts I need. So, being that the body's rotted, it's pretty crusty underneath. So, not too worried about it. But wait, it gets better. There's more parts in it that I need. Looking at the options tag in the glove box, this has the 373 14-bolt full floater, which is the same thing I have in the pickup. But one difference is this is posi, and that was one thing I always wanted. I wanted the pickup to be posi, especially in the winter. With just one wheel spinning, kind of sucks. So, endless parts on this. Rear window does work, goes up and down. Some panels are good. This driver's side door is perfect condition. And the doors on 77 you know, are a little banged up and stuff from over the years. No rot or anything, but so I paid $650. Once I strip everything I want, I'm going to sell the nose, the fenders, and the hood. If there's anyone out there that needs 80s style, you know, fenders, hood, anything at all you need, really, let me know, because I'm just going to strip this whole thing. I'm going to sell all the little parts, and then I'm going to scrap this thing when I'm done stripping it, and I should get most of my money back, and I'll end up only paying, you know, maybe 150, 200 bucks for a big block turbo 400 and posi. What more can you ask for? Didn't have to tell you that. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the update, and that's what's going on with me and all my cars, and I'm going to get to stripping this thing, so talk to you all later.